loves, it's Elle, and welcome back to my channel, and thank you so much for being here. I hope you all are having a fantastic day. And we're gonna do something a little bit different now, is we're gonna be talking all about cleansing tools. And do we need them? Are they worth it? What's better? So before we get started, hit the subscribe button, share this video with somebody that you think might like it, and let's do it. All right, so we hear a lot about cleansing tools, everything from a Clarisonic to a Foreo to a whole bunch of, known brands that we don't ever heard of. And it really comes down to, do we need them? Are they beneficial? Which ones are better than others? So let's start with, do we need them? Honestly, it's up to you and your skin type. You can see that I have 4 in front of me, if I can grab them all. I have 4 different ones. Do I use them? Absolutely. Do I use them as often as directed? No. I think these tools, in my opinion, especially these silicone ones, are really a fantastic tool to give men. My husband uses it and loves it, as well as teenagers and young adults that do not spend enough time on their skincare, or for that matter, cleansing the skin. They are rather easy to use. Most of them are timed, so they tell you when to move throughout the face. They can do just regular cleansing as well as a little bit of exfoliation, and they also can, for the most part, again, for these guys, push your product in as far as skincare. So do we need these? Yes and no. You're going to have to make your own judgment call. I feel if you have sensitive skin, rosacea, really overreactive skin, a compromised barrier of the skin, I would really steer away from anything abrasive or actually really honestly giving you any kind of movement on the skin that's going to cause you to turn red or even cause more sensitivity to the skin. And I know that's not like super fun to hear, because I know that even when you have rosacea and sensitive skin, it's hard to find things that will actually cleanse your skin or exfoliate it. But in my opinion, I would stay away from these unless you have found that maybe you can use them once a week. Okay, so that is something that I would try. So it's going to be a personal decision. If you are oily, if you are acne prone, if you have large pores, texture on the skin, really kind of tolerable skin, they might be great for you. I enjoy them. I use my cleansing brush probably 2 to 3 times a week. I find if I use it more often, my skin can become oversensitized and actually flaky just from using these machines. And really that brings me to my next point, is if you are already doing everything that you should be doing, like you are exfoliating, a couple times a week, or you are using your AHA, BHA serums or toners, you are using your retinols, you're already working on that skin recell generation, you're already working on exfoliation. So now you're also adding in a tool that does do some exfoliation, or at least slough off the dead skin that's on the top layers of the skin. You're kind of going to be doing it too much, and so it is going to be causing a hindrance to the overall healthy function of your skin. It really honestly depends. Again, you can see that I have a wide variety of them here in my hands. The first one I'll talk about is the Elle one. The price point is really amazing on it, but it's not rechargeable. It is waterproof, but once it's done of its charge, it's done. It does have one side for cleansing. It doesn't really exfoliate. So this is one of the ones that I would recommend if you have more sensitive skin, because it doesn't have those large, abrasive kind of knobs on it. So it is silicone based. It's medical grade silicone, so it's not going to be, getting germs and bacteria on it and holding on to that. It has another side of it to push in your serums, which I absolutely really enjoy. So this is something that I would get for a starter or somebody that has more of a sensitive skin type. I would absolutely recommend somebody that has acne prone skin to, in my opinion, this is my opinion, to get the ones that are silicone based, okay? The one from Clarisonic I love, and I know a lot of dermatologists swear by this, so ask your dermatologist which cleansing tool, if they would suggest one for you, or which one they would suggest. I find this just can honestly be a little bit too abrasive for acne and sometimes move that bacteria all around, but it's up to you. So I always had my acne clients on a tool once a week or twice a week, it depended upon who they were, on some sort of tool like this, all right? So the second tool I'll talk about is this this one by Fancy. This has a great price point. Again, it's silicone, medical grade silicone. It's waterproof, it's rechargeable. It has this side for cleansing, this side for a little bit more of an exfoliation. It does have some different speeds on here. I have my little notes here for prices. This is $39 and it is a really good tool. I really enjoy it. You can use this side for pressing in your serums, but I find that this is a little bit rougher to push in serums and it can cause micro exfoliation. So I use my jade roller or my rose quartz roller to push serums in. This is really the only one that I like to push serums in with because it just has light ribs on it. The next one I'll talk about is the Foreo. The Foreo I actually have and I cannot find for the life of me, and that'll show you how much I've used it. The Foreo I've seen online reference from $139 to $199. They definitely have come out recently with different types for different types of skin, so sensitive, normal, oily. So that's really exciting to see them come out with it. And all that's changed on there is the type of silicone nodules on there, how big they are, how soft they are, and so it's a great tool. Foreo has great technology, it really does. They were the first on the market, if I'm not correct, first on the market to bring a silicone-based cleansing tool to the market. Right after kind of Clarisonic came and broke that market. So it is a really great product. I just think the price point is really high. I think now you can duplicate the mechanics of it for a lot less. Now, does this compare to a Foreo? No, but boy, does it come real close. Now, the other one I want to talk about is my brand new QVC Made Me Buy It purchase. This is by a company called Sonic, and it's super cute. I love this one. I actually keep this one in my shower. I gravitate towards it, like I said, 2 to 3 times a week. It comes with 15 different speeds. Again, it is medical grade silicone. It is rechargeable, but the charge on this one lasts, I think they said, for like 4 months. So that's really nice for me because Lord knows I don't even like, once it's doesn't have a charge anymore, I don't ever charge it. So lasting 4 months is great. I bought it in the deal with QVC where it was $84.96 for 3 of them. So 2 of them were this size. I gave the other one to my husband, and then one was a little tiny travel guy that I also gave to my husband because he travels so much, and it's not rechargeable. But I guess you could get almost a year's worth of cleansing with that little tiny guy, and I'll pop up pictures as I'm talking about it. Again, this one is for cleansing. This side is for your exfoliation and pushing in of serums. This is by far the most delicate one that I have found. It feels really, really soft on your hands and on your skin. It's way softer, in my opinion, than this one and the e.l.f. one. But the e.l.f. one does come close to it. But again, this is, I think, for another skin type. This is definitely more for everybody. It does come with 15 different speeds. I usually use it on the number 2 speed or number 3 speed, and y'all, I have really tough skin, and anything over that just doesn't work for me. But I think it's there because, or I know it's there because you can also use this on the body, which I'm very excited about. So I ramp this up to about a level 7 or 8, and I will do the back of my arms for my keratosis pilaris, my knees, my elbows, and if I want to give that kind of exfoliation to those areas, as well as men, if they have a beard or something that really need to get in there and get that on a high level. Again, the price point for these are really amazing. QVC still has this deal, and I really like it. This is by far the favorite cleansing tool that I have used yet. Lastly, we'll talk about Clarisonic. Clarisonic, it's one of the first ones I used. I used it in my clinic before any of the other tools had come out. I love Clarisonic. I love some of their technology. They have different brush heads. They have different speeds, different brush heads to suit different skin needs. The only problem, in my opinion, or a couple problems, is that you have to replace your head every 3 months. Do not, you need to make sure you are putting the date on the back of the head or something, because you need to make sure you are really making sure that that head is in proper working order. So you have, again, that's more waste into the world, in my opinion. And then you also just, it's overall cost. Clarisonic I found for, let's see here, 189. I don't know if I could find, I didn't think I could find it any less. So 189, and then you have to buy the refillable the head. So it's kind of an, you know, up to you. A lot of people talk about, though, that this can store bacteria and acne and all sorts of things in here. I mean, this is made of a product, and I want to get the name right. This is made of a non-porous material, these little hairs, that really can't hold bacteria, okay? Now, where the bacteria could possibly be held is at the base, where the plastic is, of the actual brush, as well as around the brush. So you have to dip this and sit this into alcohol, like rubbing alcohol, probably I'd say once a week, just to make sure that it is absolutely clean and sanitized. Now let's talk about cleansing of these tools. Again, they are non-porous, 100% chemical grade or pharmaceutical grade silicone. There's not much cleansing you need to do of these. But every week I'll just take a little toothbrush that I use just for my beauty tool. I'll put a little alcohol in it and I'll scrub it. Do I do it every single week? I try, but they don't need as much cleansing like that as the others. You also can just use a little bit of gentle soap and just kind of give it a good scrub, but it's really going to be up to you. I've never really had any of these hold bacteria or find that they do. So my overall thought process is that, yes, these are really awesome. I think that they do a good work, and I prefer more of the silicone, which has changed over time because I used to prefer the Clarisonic. So over time, as my skin also has aged and become more delicate, because my skin used to be a lot more thick and resilient, I have needed to take a little bit step back and be a little more gentle with my skin. And so I just find that these tools, in my opinion, are more effective, especially for aging skin and more tolerable for aging and sensitive skin. So overall, do we need them? Not necessarily. Is it nice to have? Absolutely, because it does help with congested pores and really cleaning those out to really help, you know, shrink those pores, or at least diminish the appearance of it because they're starting to be cleaned out. It does help with the radiance of your skin, really making sure that you are getting a great cleanse. When I use it is honestly whenever I feel like it. If it's sometimes in the morning, sometimes it's at night, it doesn't really matter when you use these tools. It's really up to you. But they do say using these twice a day. I really would be very careful of directions like that when you are a part of our squad, and we do take such great care of our skin and already use things like acids and retinols. You won't need as much exfoliation and cleansing, you know, aggressive cleansing that other people will, that are only doing like a, you know, a cleanser and a moisturizer and an SPF. If you are one of those people that do not like to do a double cleanse, this is a great tool for getting SPF off the skin. Will it remove your makeup? In my opinion, no. I have not had much success. It will remove it, but I still need to do another cleanse. But will it remove SPF? If you have a nice cleanser and you really give it the go and it has a timer on it, this one has a timer on it for each section of the face and neck, which is fantastic. I think that that would be a good tool for you to use. So I hope this helps kind of clear things up for you. I know that I get questions all the time on cleansing tools, if this is something that we really, really absolutely need. Again, it'll be up to you, all right? And it definitely adds a little bit of extra time to your routine. So it's up to you. They're nice to have. All right, so thanks again so much for being here, and I'll see you on the next one. Lots of love from me to you. Mwah. Bye, loves.